get in a fight with some dumbass young black. Now, if our world is not twisted, well, when I get into this type of circus, and I ain't have nothing to, that I wasn't the villain because I ain't the one died and I ain't the one that got the police record, regardless to what they all say. And they came to throw me out of the house. After me and the guy had to fight and the police threw his ass out, he gonna call the nephews up there because the nephews teamed up with him. They teamed up with this guy, even though I'm the one that took care of the old man. The fact that I bashed Christianity and all that bullshit, they teamed up with that beer drinking 21-year-old idiot and convinced him that he had more power of attorney over the house than me, and that's the reason he didn't have no respect for me. So anyway, his ass got thrown out of the house, and he had been there a month with me, so that was 1 month got wasted because I couldn't get a damn thing done. Couldn't sleep at night because he playing loud music, drinking, smoking cigarettes all in the damn house. Couldn't sleep half the time. And then when he finally got his ass out of the house, I laid around there in traction for 5 weeks, healing my damn leg. They got broke up in that damn fight that I had with him. And me and him never should have been together because I never would have faded that idiot to be a friend of mine. Him or the other fat-ass Wally. Not at all. Neither one of them. And that was the guy who he always running over to his house, drinking beer with him. They ain't got nothing to do but let's make life miserable for us. But I got a green light for them bastards. That's just what I got for them, is that green light. So to make the long story short, he got his ass thrown in jail for being stupid as hell. Got into that stupid ass fight, broke my leg up. I gave him a break though because I could have really hurt him, but I didn't. He don't understand. The only thing I wanted was for him to get out of the house so I could meditate and have my peace and not have to keep smelling them stanky ass cigarettes all over the house. That night I'm trying to sleep and I got to keep smelling that. And the reason why I wanted to tell you all that is because I want you to see how people play dumb games when it should be something that they truly appreciate that's going on for them. That's what I got in return for taking care of him. Oh, but wait, I didn't tell you this. I told him 3 days prior to the day he died, I said, you know what? You are evil. And you're going to die. I told him that. I really did. I said, you are evil as hell, and you are going to die. And that was Spirit speaking through me, like Spirit does. And no sooner as I told him that, his ass he immediately got to the point where, oh no, let me tell you what happened. This is what went down. All the time I stayed there, he didn't give me no money at all. When he finally started giving me $100 a week, he only gave me $100 a week for about 5 weeks, then he died. But let me tell you what he told me, like on the third $100 a week, he gave me three $100 on the fourth $100 a week. You know what he gonna tell me? I'm cutting your pay. I'm not. Oh, first his little friend came over with the little white truck, little white van came over one day. I was outside feeding the damn goats. And his little friend come to the door. Ben would like to see you. So I come up in there. I say, okay, well tell him I'll be in there in a minute. I'm feeding the goats right now. So when I got through feeding the goats, I went in there. And I come into the front room and he's standing there with that little weak ass $100 in his hand. And his little friend sitting over there in the chair. So he hands me the $100 and makes it obvious that it's $100. And when he gives it to me, he goes, here's your wage, with one of those shit-eating cracker grins on his face. And when I took it from him, I looked at his friend. And he looked at his friend too, with this little smirk on his friend. On his face. He looked at his friend as if his friend was supposed to enjoy that stupidness with him. And his friend looked at him with the most disgusting look on his face I have ever seen any white man have. And see, that white man came over there one morning because I had to go to the dentist. And the people that I was supposed to go to the dentist with couldn't make it. And so Ben called that guy. You know, he did call the guy. I appreciate that because he used to do nice things, but he was more ornery than nice. And he called his friend. His friend came over there and gave me a ride. He was, you got to be patient with Ben. We all know he got some issues. They all used to tell me that he was an old racist, and they all knew it. They all used to tell me that, oh, we already know about Ben. We already know. One time a guy came over there to take me to do some work with him. And the guy get there, and I'm in the back. And Ben tell the man, oh, well, he's not going to be able to go to work today because I need him around here. And so the guy leave, and then I called the guy later. I said, man, what happened? Why you didn't come? He said, man, I came to get you, man, and Ben said you couldn't go. I said, what do you mean he said I couldn't go? So I went up in there and I told him, you know what, that was some bullshit. I'm not your child, and I'm not your damn slave. Who the hell do you... You know, that's the type of stuff we were going through. But anyway, let me tell you what happened. When I told him he was going to die, I had a feeling he was going to die in 3 days. I really did. I had the strangest feeling. Let me tell you what happened the night before he died. I got up in the middle of the night because I heard somebody walking around in the house. And when I got up, I walked out into the kitchen, and I looked, and here go Ben walking to the back door with no pants on. His ass, butt ass naked. So I looked at him when he walked past, and when he locked the back door, checked it. It was already locked because I done locked it. And then turned around and came walking past me, and I looked at him, and he said, oh, it's just me. And I looked at him, and then he walked right past his bedroom and walked into the front room and just dissipated right in front of my eyes. I went to bed knowing that he was on his way out. I knew that was a demon that was already there to get him. And I went into my room and went to sleep. And 2 days later, that man went in the hospital and died after that demon was walking around in there looking. Because it wasn't him. Because one of the advantage right in front of my face. And I knew it was the demon that had came to get him. I knew that. The devil demon had come and showed me. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Sunlight coagulated and walked through the house to show me, don't worry, I'm getting his ass out of here. This is how our universe works. I'm trying to tell you. So anyway, he died. And this guy comes stay in the house. Nothing but problems. And then all this went on. He never paid me right. I didn't have no money anyway because everybody see what's going on. These bankers and these corporations and this government is killing and murdering and stealing everything. I think crackers. That's all they are. Evil, thieving ass white people. Y'all know how y'all get down. So now look. I lay here. These guys literally threw my ass out. But I was able to stay there 2 more months. But you know what? It wasn't for free. They want to sit around and think that they did me a favor by letting me stay there those 2 months. They did not. They just gave me late pay for all the work I had did for his ass that he was too damn cheap to pay me to do. And then on top of that, what made matters even super worse is that I asked that guy 2 months prior to them coming to evict me. I say, look, man, I know that you guys are going to need somebody to clean this house up when you move me out. If you pay me to do that for you now, I could use that money to go get a guard card. And I could get a guard card and get to work. And it might be possible that I could be the person to rent this place from you. You know what he told me? I really doubt that that's going to happen because I already gave you $20 to cut the grass. I was looking at him like, you gave me $20 to cut your grass. And you're going to act like you did me a favor by giving me that $20 to cut the grass. Plus I gave you $20 to get rid of the garbage, and you never did it, and I didn't. He's absolutely right, because that's the only way I could have got money out of their ass is that I lie and tell him I was going to take the garbage to the landfill. And to tell you the truth, I didn't lie purposely. I was going to take the garbage to the landfill. The problem was that when it was time to go to the landfill, I couldn't get, somebody was going to take me. I couldn't get the person to take me. And she was really, really nice, and I called her and I said, well, I don't have time to do it right now, sorry. She said, I said, well, you know what? The man gave me $50 to do the yard with, and I spent some of the money already because I didn't have any money to eat, and I'm hungry now. Can I, because this lady used to help me a lot. She said, sure, go ahead. She said, buy what you need. White lady, a real nice white lady. She said, go ahead, buy what you need, and when it's time to go to the landfill, I'll just take care of it for you. And maybe you can do some work around here to help me if I need, you know, we'll work it out. I'm like, thank you. If it wasn't for that lady, a lot of times my ass would have starved. And then when I was laying in the bed all broke up behind that fight and everything, nobody knew. Nobody came to check on me. Nobody gave a rat ass. He was dead. No one cared. The only thing they all had to say about me was he should have gotten up and got a job by now. When everyone can see that the banks are deliberately closing all the businesses down because, it is just so hard dealing with ignorant people. I'm not going to lie to you. It is just so unbelievable how stupid people. Everyone can see that eventually no one in this country is going to have jobs, okay? That's what their plan is. They're going to starve everyone and break us all. And so it's real simple. It's what you call a hostile takeover, okay? A hostile takeover is when a company comes in, gets a good percentage of a business, and then use that percentage that they have of a business to make sure that the business does not do well so they can take over the rest of the business. That's exactly what's going on. Europe wants to destroy this country so they can kill us all and move their overpopulated members over here. So it's war. That's what we're dealing with. And so I just wanted to share all that stuff with you guys because the name of this is called Pure Potential. And the reason why I put it into blackness is because the pure potentiality of the world is always based and surrounded around objects, stumble blocks, or things that's going to try to stagnate you. That's the reason why the best way to go through life is to try to get as little attached to things as possible. Stay unattached to materialism, and you should be able to do very well. But it's the attachment to materialism that makes us all get greedy and act stupid as hell and have disrespect for one another. And so I'm saying that I just want everybody to understand the whole reason for any interaction between any entities is for the person to have the unique experience that comes from that. So I'm not griping, I'm not bitching, I'm not complaining. I'm sharing my experience with you because I hope that maybe someone out there could be able to see a way that this could benefit them. I know that it can't benefit the person that died, okay, because he's going to incarnate and come back here. I already know that. And I guarantee you he's going to come back here and be the same person that he was in his last life. And the reason why I know that is because of how materialistic he was. Anytime you 80 years old and you got somebody around you that you depend on to be there for you all day long, and that's what you want, that's what you demand, or you can get out of my house. And then this is the person cooking your food and every damn thing, and you want to treat them like shit. And you know the universe is really smart. Because if it was anybody who food I would have liked to put some shit in, it was his. And I never did. And I'm glad that I didn't. Because I know now that the universe was testing me to see what I was made of. And even though he made me mad as hell a lot of times where I wanted to do that, and even though I know that he probably did some ornery shit like that to me, I did not. And so see, that's what make you know who you are, what you do and what you do not do. So I don't need nobody out there to even believe that they can try to do something to make me feel that I'm less than the God that I know I am. Because, you know, you should be using your energy to convince yourself that you are God, other than using all your energy to prove to yourself that I'm not. I mean, that's really the truth. Peace and blessings. Oh, yeah, no. The guy come over there, they was gonna, I forgot to mention this, they were gonna actually throw me out of that house after me and that guy had that fight. But the only problem was I had ran a videotape. I had ran my camcorder and recorded some of the freaking idiocy that he always displayed around that house. And when I showed it to the guy who was gonna come and throw me out, he came up with the girl. And she come up in there with her little bullshit and this and that, and they talked about we gonna throw him out and this and that because, you know, they didn't lie to him. But they didn't know that I had, you see it right after this, or you done saw it already. Either way, that's the guy that I had the dumbass fight with. And I don't care if he don't like me.